the granddaddy of all the national parks. And it is magnificent. It is the first national park, and it is probably my favorite national park. We've been to a lot of parks by now, and Yellowstone has got a little bit for everybody. There are many different scenery here in Yellowstone. You can get wildlife, you can get hot springs or the geothermal features, well, all kinds of different wonderful colors. You can get waterfall, you can get this Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, you can get a big Yellowstone Lake. You got the geysers like at Old Faithful, and it is got mountain scenery, it's got plains, and it's got a little bit of scenery for every type that you want to enjoy. So if you only want to come to one or a few national parks, this is the place to come. Come and stay here for a while. Yellowstone has got a version of many different national parks combined into one. So for example, where we are now, it combines the Grand Canyon and the Black Canyon of the Gunnison in one place. It's got the magnificent waterfall that you see here that's reminiscent of Yosemite. It's got the nice Lamar Valley, which is also reminiscent of Yosemite and many other national parks. It's got the Yellowstone Lake, which is kind of like Crater Lake and a few other places. It's got the mountain peaks like Rocky Mountain National Park, just to name one. It's got aspects of Glacier National Park here as well. And about the only thing that this place doesn't really have are places like sand dunes and tropical rainforests and active volcanoes. And it's got so much in one place that you should really come here to spend a while. If you want to do car touring, Yellowstone has got a lot of places where you can just pull off and enjoy the scenery. It's got places where it's a short walk to the very many of the features that you have. And it's also got the hikes, 3, 4, 5, 8-mile hikes that you want. So you can tour this in many different ways. Now, Yellowstone is big. The travel time between places are pretty long, and you have to plan your day accordingly. Because Yellowstone is so big and the travel times are pretty long in between places, you really ought to try to stay in the park if you can. Now, in order to stay in the park, there are nice lodges, beautiful lodges at various different places in the park, but you do have to reserve them early. Up to a year early is what you really should be aiming for. Of course, there are campgrounds and campsites here, and they also go very quickly. So please, if you want to come here, plan ahead and reserve really early. 9 to 12 months early is sort of the norm here to get the better places. The Yellowstone season is actually pretty short. The park doesn't really wake up until May time frame, and a lot of the roads are not open until mid to late May. So don't come here in March or April because the place is still snow covered, and there really isn't a lot of people here, and a lot of the services are gone. The hotels generally open up around June and they close down in September. So June to September is really the season here for the summertime. After October into November, the park is pretty much closed with no services here. And then in December, it opens back up for winter season, where the Old Faithful Snow Lodge is open. The only entrance in the winter time is from the north, and you come in through Mammoth Hot Springs, and you basically take a snow coach or snowmobile from there on into Old Faithful area. The roads are not open except for the northern pass between the north entrance and the northeast entrance. That's the only road that's really open year-round. Yellowstone is full of wildlife, but again, early in the day or late in the day are the times when the animals come out to feed. That's your best chance of seeing animals. Lamar Valley is a great place. Hidden Valley is another great place. We been here for a couple of days and we saw lots and lots of bisons, and they're just kind of roaming around, and there are lots of different herds of bisons just kind of all over the place. We've seen pronghorn deer. We've seen bears. We saw a grizzly bear just kind of scampered up along a hill right by the road that we saw. I saw glimpses of grizzly bear that was feeding on the carcass way off into the distance, and you really only see a black dot, even with binoculars. Bring your binoculars, because that's how you're going to be able to spot a lot of the wildlife. We saw an osprey with a nest up in the trees. We saw lots of little chipmunks and squirrels running around. If you want to avoid the crowds and see beautiful scenery like this with nobody around, get up early in the morning. We got up right about sunrise and we came down here, and there are very few people here. So get here at sunrise, and you will have a beautiful view all to yourselves, even in this very crowded park.
Yellowstone can be very crowded. To avoid the crowd, get to the popular places before 9 or after 5. In between those hours, go for a hike. There are lots of great trails that as soon as you get out of the parking lot into the trails by a little bit, you will not see very many people. Yellowstone is great for hiking. The best places for food inside Yellowstone National Park is the Canyon Village and Old Faithful areas. These places are equipped to serve lots and lots of people, and you get fairly decent choices. The Old Faithful Inn has a sit-down restaurant that is pretty good, and the restaurant at Snow Lodge is also pretty good at the Old Faithful area. The Lake District has, at the Lake Hotel in that area, there is a pretty decent cafeteria that serves a pretty good variety of food. The one attraction that you can visit pretty much at any time, even when it's crowded, is the Old Faithful Geyser. That place is built to handle crowds, and you can pretty much go at any time and look at the eruption time and be able to be there, and you will be fine. Grand Prismatic Spring is one of the most beautiful springs at Yellowstone, and you see a lot of pictures that are coming down from the above, but when you visit, the Grand Prismatic parking area on the Broadwalk is at the spring level. And yes, you can see the spring, but it's a very different view. So, you might ask, how do I get a nice aerial view of Grand Prismatic Spring, as you see in the pictures? Well, you cannot get there from the Grand Prismatic Spring area. You have to go down the road a little bit, find the trailhead for Fairy Falls Trail. Park there and walk up the trail about a mile, and you see a sign that says trail with an arrow pointing to the left. That is where you go to get up a little hill with a little viewing platform where you can get a beautiful view of Grand Prismatic Spring. Make sure you go when the air temperature is above 70 degrees to avoid having a lot of steam and mist obscuring your view.
If you're going to go hiking anywhere in Yellowstone, even if it's only like a mile or two hike, bring bear spray. You can rent them at Canyon Village and some other places, but be sure to bring bear spray. In the summer of 2018, a boy was saved by his dad because he went around the corner, 10-year-old boy, and surprised a mama bear and a couple of cubs, and the bear attacked him. Fortunately, his dad had rented bear spray and sprayed the bear, and that's how he saved the boy's life. So bring bear spray. Yellowstone is a fantastic park. It's my favorite park because it has so much. But if you plan ahead a little bit, you can have a great time, avoid the crowds. Stay in the park because it's really a long distance to get to from anywhere outside the park. You don't want to waste a lot of time driving. And get up early and go to the really popular places before the crowd arrive, usually around 9:30. And or you can go there after 4:30 or 5 when the crowds thin out. In between, there are lots and lots of great trails that as soon as you get on the trail, the crowd disappear. So enjoy Yellowstone, but plan ahead with these tips. We are on our way to visit all the national parks in the United States. Check out my blog in the description box below. Subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like it.